Welcome in everyone for a new type of series. Well, actually, it's going to be the first video on my channel. We are talking about a Minecraft kind of forever world building. We're going to be building my forever world, as you can see, in the first order of business is getting off of this tree. So let's go ahead and cut this guy down to get us started. Now, I don't think I'm going to cut all of these blocks. Just kind of leave the tree as is, because I'm not planning to build in this biome. So that's the big thing. I'm not planning to build here, so not too fussed about cutting it down properly, you know. I do think I'll take some of this moss cobble, some of this, those pumpkins down there. Lots of good blocks to get us started. And I'm not going to be playing this on hardcore just because I'm not much of a hardcore player. So just so you have a little bit of news as well. Don't expect me to be playing hardcore because that is not what you want to see. This will end within the next 20 minutes of gameplay. And just like that, we made our way down our very first tree in our brand new Minecraft world, getting us across into the leaves of another tree, and right before working our way down to our very first time on regular land. And I couldn't be more excited for this series. If you guys are excited, please leave a like button down below. Hit that subscribe button as well. Trying to get some saplings here early for the spruce trees because that is what I love to build with. And now time to build our very first crafting table. And we couldn't quite figure out where to place it, I guess, but yep, we end up placing it and we get it placed. And of course we start off with a wood pickaxe, just as you should. Stone done, tools set, crafting table grabbed, and I hear a cow. Just can't tell where from. Let me go ahead and grab some of this. That's what I thought. Okay, so fortunately this is going to be a good biome to come back to because there's lots of coarse dirt here. So when I start building paths and things like that, it'd be a good place to get set up. All right, do have some coal down here. Do need to find food. I will grab this copper just so we can try to get some sort of protection from mobs. I won't build tools that way, but I will probably building some sort of copper armor if I don't get iron soon. And then we took a trip down into the mines and found our first little bit of copper. First creeper, of course, which we were not able to get the kill on and eventually blew up right in our face. After a moment of recuperating ourselves, we found our way down to just a tad bit more coal. We did leave some of it behind. Maybe should have kept that just in case, but we now get some iron. Just a tad bit. We end up with about 20 pieces to get us started after finishing up inside this very first cave. But it is a good start nonetheless. 20 pieces of iron easily found. Let's see if there's any easy, like, low-hanging fruit here. Nope. We'll get out of here, though. Do need to get some food before night one comes calling. Preferably 3 pieces of wool as well will be in my inventory by then. I do need to look for some mobs. What is this over here? Did I see something different? Okay, so we got dark oak, we got some birch forest. And then it was time to go look for some more important things. We had to go find food, we had to go find wool so we can make a bed, and more importantly, we could go to the dark oak to find some saplings. Alright, so we've got at least enough. Okay, we got 2 wool. We need 1 more piece of wool, and night is upon us. There it is. I see you. Alright, now we gotta quickly get this taken care of. I do see that pig over there. Whew, just escaped night 1. Oh my goodness. Alright, we do need to start cooking now. Probably going to Yeah, grab a second one. Actually, I'll create 3. What in... Did not like the sound of that. The zombies must be right below me. Anyways, I'll be right back once we get this done. I'm going to start scoping out where we can build. There does appear to be a pillager outpost in that direction, and I just taken unnecessary fall damage. Nice. Nice one. Bang. So now we've got full iron arm tools. And we can move forward. And along our travels, we stumbled across another mine with just a tad bit more coal we were able to gather, as well as stopping by the birch forest to pick up some saplings. Saplings that'll be very useful to us as we look to start our early farm. All right, 3 should be enough to get us started. Try to find some oak now. Looks like it's going to be a ton of... Let's get this guy zoomed out. We got some stuff that way. I think I'm going to go that way. All right, and we're off. But of course, we stopped to get some leather and some beef as well. Now, I'm going to go ahead and grab some oak saplings now. Should have grabbed some of the spruce trees while I had the chance. Come on, man. There we go. Oh my goodness, I didn't think I was ever going to get it. And finally, after collecting some food, it was time to embark on a journey to find my Minecraft forever home. Hopefully we got something over there we can go after. Also, I do see the caves. I'm going to try to ignore those and not seek them out, because that would be cheating. Something about shaders just makes like everything look pretty in this game. I mean, this is gorgeous. Boom, screenshot. Whoops. Okay, speaking of gorgeous, we do have some spruce trees over there. So it's just like one random grass block. Nice. Thinking we might go into this opening here. Some sheep. I know it's a plains biome. Obviously that means it'll be a little more flat. Very interesting little entrance here. Could be a secret entrance. Keep that in mind. I like it. I like it. I like the area. I think I'm going to go a little bit further up the hill, though. Unless... I'm going to go over to that side. Because that side has a little bit of, like... It has the flatness of it, but it also has that little steep area where we can do some cool stuff there. And it continues flatness around it. There's also, like, a natural plateau there where I can build my house. I think that is exactly where I'm going to build my house, actually. I will have to come back and get some spruce wood. But let me go through today's goals. First of all, we want to get this nice guy in a suit in iron armor. We want to find diamonds. We want to get our house set up, and we're going to start our early game farms, just so we can kind of get started there. So one of the things I'm going to go ahead and do is place all this sugar cane along the coast so that we can get this growing, because we obviously want lots and lots of sugar cane. Dang, tons of gravel everywhere along this coast. I'm gonna have to replace all that at some point. And it's gonna be the end of night too, and we found our place to live, which is good. Found a place to get started. And after starting off day number 3, it was time to start off on our very first farm. We had already planted our sugar cane as soon as we landed on the land that we were gonna build our house, but it was time to start off by collecting seeds. Plenty of grass to pick up seeds from here on this area. We had to place our crafting table to get our stone hoe ready, but without further ado, we get our first farm on my forever world. It's nothing major, but it's a great start. You'll see more later this video. Don't know if that'll totally get wet. Okay, it did. Perfect. Just will take it a second. Back to this. We're gonna go just double chest straight away. get us set up so we can throw some of this stuff down here. Bed, reset our spawn, go place some oak saplings. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. And we will grab the sheep here. Holy. Lots and lots of mutton to grab here. Yeah, let's see what's over on this side. Okay, some more of a forest area. But again, we can build something kind of in this cove. I really like this. I think our house be the focal point right on this space. And then we can kind of branch out this way. We can branch out that way. That's also kind of cool. But yeah, I think in the meantime, I'm going to go over there. Oh, there's a ruined portal. But over there, I see that one spruce tree by itself. I'm going to go get that to get us started moving forward. We then made our way over to the spruce trees we saw earlier as we were coming into this land. Went ahead and mined them up, trying to get some saplings along the way. Not very successful. Tried using the stone hoe to get a little bit more saplings, but actually got 0 saplings, I think it was, from this tree. Just the one, actually. Saw a little loose iron right here. Gonna grab that. I might as well just grab some of the surface level coal. Pretty quickly gonna get switched over to a lava-based furnace system, so I'm not too worried about anything other than that. So just grabbing some coal for torches more than anything else. Oh wow, this is pretty. Kind of like a little roundabout type thing. I don't know how to describe it. Looks like a little like harbor. After enjoying the views, we got back to getting coal and wood. We ended up gathering saplings as well, getting 7 spruce saplings, which is gonna be really helpful as you see later this video. Do you think I'm gonna go spend a day in the caves right after this? I am gonna grab a pumpkin as well, just so I have pumpkin farms, just in case I need it. Because if I get melon seeds, I'm going to want to build a melon farm. So having pumpkin seeds ahead of time, so I can build a pumpkin farm next to it, would be really cool. But then it came time to head home back to my base with new spruce, some pumpkins, a little bit more coal to go along with that. But I just want to say thank you all so much for whoever clicked on this video. It really means a lot to get the support on these types of videos. Especially making this new channel, it is something new that I wanted to try and something, you know, playing a game I enjoy. So if you enjoy that, leave a like and hit subscribe. Holy, these guys grew quick. They got trees growing faster nowadays. I don't know, maybe I'm just losing my mind. But hey, if I come back up and all these guys are open for business, that would be great. Alright, gonna take these guys with me. We got some coal, we got some food. Gonna take the furnaces, we're gonna take the crafting table, leave you. Okay. Throw way down here, see what we can find. Some copper, some coal. All right, as well. Yes, before you comment, I know I left that coal. Didn't want it to flood me. Didn't want to deal with that. Instead, I'll just swim through it like this. So I already got to swim through it right here. Maybe? Nope, jump through. We'll have to fill this hole eventually. Well, not fill, probably cover. And torch. Anyways, can we find a conveniently placed cave entrance? Lots of horses over here. That's cool. Okay, here we go. Cave it. Holy! Okay, that could have been bad. Let's go around and try to find the entrance to this guy. And with our newfound hole in the ground, we wanted to go ahead and explore this. So I'm kind of navigated how I wanted to approach this, what would be the best plan of attack here. And I ended up finding this little space here among the leaf litter to work my way down. and we found our way pretty smoothly. It was a little bit sketchy at first, but we managed to do it. And let me know what you guys want to see more from these videos. Do you want to see more of the exploring type content? Maybe when I do exploration, you see that. Maybe, I don't think I want to do a bunch of like resource gathering on camera. I don't think that'll be very entertaining. I think kind of me, taking my resources I have and making, talking through what I'm crafting and things like that might be more interesting. But when it comes to what I'm creating from a video side, what do you guys want to see? Do you want to see more adventure? Do you want to see more building? I don't think, if you want to see resource gathering, let me know. I know I have a lot of plans in the future from, going to the Nether and killing the Ender Dragon included in these videos. So I'd be interested to know what your thoughts are. We should get more than enough in this cave to get our iron armor. It'd be really good. Set us in a good position, and by the time we get up there, if we have those trees built, we may be able to start on our first house. Start, I say, because I will want it to be better than what I have at that point. Just, add it to what I have. But we made our way out of the first hole and looked around for some more coal, some more iron, just so we could finish up this iron farm. But I did end up seeing a little bit of diamonds as well early on deep in this cave, but the iron supply in this cave is unreal, and I plan to come back with efficiency in a future video. But you can see here we got some lapis already for enchanting. But we smelted our iron gear, got our iron armor, and we made our way down the cave. First of all, if you see this shaders issue, let me know how you know how to fix it. I turned my shaders off temporarily, but I want to keep using shaders because of the lighting factor when holding a torch, but I'm really not sure how to fix the shaders issue when I'm in caves. And maybe part of that is once I finish the adventures aspect, like I probably won't do much more cave type content until I find like an ancient city or a trial chamber that I want to explore. But I think moving forward it'll be interesting to see how I can best incorporate everything here. But just killing some mobs to get us started, getting us through the little opening parts of this cave, really trying to figure out where we can best fit in, and we find our first 2 sets of diamonds. So starting off with our first diamonds right here, drum roll please, and it's just a 1 vein, but that's okay. So we make our way over, found some gold as well, which is going to be really helpful as we look to improve our, future villagers. Hopefully we get some villagers in the future and we're able to, use golden apples and potions of weakness. Obviously that includes, again, going to the Nether. So we'll have to make sure that we're prepared for that in the future. But again, those are some of the adventures that I want to include. I want to include bringing in the villagers. I want to include going to the Nether and getting blaze rods. I want to include kind of some of those smaller pieces that, make an impact on the projects, but I don't want to make every video a mining expedition unless I'm planning to do something cool with building in this mine, which I might, given what you're going to see here shortly. I will be looking to, mostly do stuff outside of the caves when it comes to content. So if that's something you're interested in, and here's what I'm talking about when I reference something cool, there is a mine shaft right below my house. So there is a potential to explore that in the future. But the creeper, of course, blew up. I still am yet to kill a creeper in this world so far. They always blow up on me. But we do get a better vein of diamonds here to get us started. And it's exciting. We're finally, now we can do a pickaxe and an enchanting table at this point. But we're still only just hit the surface of this mine. So there's a lot of work to do. A lot of things to be excited about as we push forward. So I am going to leave it there and then be back with you here shortly. And with that, we made our way into the mine shaft, found just a little bit more diamonds, a little bit of tough area as well, where we might be able to find some raw iron, some raw iron blocks as well. Could be really helpful in the grind. So I am going to go ahead and collect these diamonds to get us started moving forward. And it's a little bit ropes because there is so much below us and a very big drop. So I am trying to be as careful as I can. We also have a bucket, but are yet to fill it up with water. But hey, worth it in the end. 2 diamonds added to our collection. We then continued exploring and ended up coming across this spawner, which would have been a great place to gather experience and really get a lot of stuff going. We did light it up and everything, lots of gunpowder, lots of iron. However, we won't be able to use it because of this. Oh shit. Oh, I guess I'm not. Alright, sick. But fortunately for us, there wasn't much to dwell on. We had plenty of more diamonds to go and mine throughout the caves. We ended up getting another 3 there, with a little bit more exploring, we found a big opening with some lava and 3 veins of diamonds, which was really helpful for us, and that puts us really high up in our diamond count. We ended up having a really good time in this cave when it came to getting our diamonds and getting our iron up. So we did find a lot of iron. Still need to go and mine some of it that I didn't mine during this recording, but without further ado, we have got some good growth happening in this world with a little bit more diamonds here. Just a 1 vein, nothing crazy. And then here we had a little bit larger vein with a 2-piece, I think it was. Or no, excuse me, it was just the 1. We ended up finding a underwater kind of diamond area, cave area. So we explored that a little bit, crafted some very important spruce doors so that we could go and get some of these diamonds, but did end up being a good haul. So it's very much worth it in the end, getting some of these diamonds that we would have otherwise not been able to if it were not for this spruce door. Moving along and back into the mine shaft, we did find a couple more diamonds along our paths, but nothing too crazy. As for when it comes to, you know, special types of caves, we are still in the mine shaft just working around. I was hearing some cave spiders and zombies and creepers, or excuse me, skeletons all around, so with low health I decided to block myself in, but we made it back to the surface and we have got some spruce trees growing up and some very good supplies with us there. So a good chunk of diamonds, a good beginning, 35 diamonds to start us off. So we're in a good spot here with trees and everything and all of that sort. And then it became time to clear up the land around where I was going to build my very first home in my forever world. Took a little bit of time to get this land all cleared up. There was a lot to clear out, but we had to get it done. Once we did that, we built up our initial walls for the house and kind of try to figure out what I was going to look like here. It is not, I'm just going to warn you now, it does not look like it's going to turn out now. In fact, the door is in the wrong place compared to what I ended up doing. We did add a little bit more terraforming around the house so that we could expand it just slightly. I wanted this other doorway or other side now, well, spoiler alert, that's where the door is going to be expanded. You'll see here this area gets expanded out, and I'm going to put the doorway at the other end of that little L shape. All right, just gonna raise these up now, 3 more. I've done minimal stuff. I am gonna have to gather tons of resources, do a ton of terraforming. You know the drill. Here in Minecraft, that's how you spend 90% of your time, is gathering resources and, you know, that whole shebang. But kind of give you an idea, this is what we're gonna be working with. This kind of just L shape to start our house off. We're basically gonna plan right now as you walk in. You're gonna come in here, you're gonna have your crafting area. Over here, you're going to have your kind of like smelting basic area, kind of like kitchen style area. This area is going to be a little bit of storage area. Over here will be the bedroom. And I think this is just going to stay 1 bedroom or one bedroom, 1 floor. If I need more storage before I get my storage room built, which I'm thinking building my storage room like into the side of that building cave type thing. Or if I really want to get creative, since I'm struggling to terraform all this, I dig into here. And that will dig through into that area. Haven't decided quite yet. And we're gonna start off by, I think, cutting off a bunch of these trees, resetting our sugar cane, and then going from there. I think that's probably the best way to look at getting things done for the future. Eventually, I'll make this all automated, and it'll be a lot easier. But using like the whole observer technique that they have. But in the meantime, this will be much easier for me. All right, now we got the pen built for our cows. We try to place some cows in there. Let's see if we can find some. That is the ultimate challenge, is finding cows. These are all horses. Cows! Oh, there's a ton of cows over there. I think those are more horses over there, yeah. But hey, we got, I think, 3 or 4 cows over here, which is good. Get us set up. Yeah, 4 cows to get us started. Come here, bud. Come here, buds. Come here, guys. I know. I'm the best. Oh, fell in a hole. Oh no. Oh no. You guys don't jump in there. Let me be the idiot that jumped in there. Thank you. Oh god, don't fall in. Don't fall in. Good job. Look at these guys. These guys are better than me. Come on, guys. Don't tweak out. No. Hey, bud, come on. Come on in. I need a clear space for you. There we go. Nope. Okay. Oh my god, I keep doing it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. Come on, guys. Come here. Is that centered? 2, 3. Oh my god, that... if you were watching that, if this doesn't get cut out, that might get cut out for that sake. Because that was embarrassing. Good. We got a good amount of iron stuff now. Now we've got our diamonds to play with. I do need to get a pick, so I can get some obsidian at some point. That will be important to us. I'm going to probably try to work my way back down that cave, get some obsidian. And just as we do with every single trip to the mines, just mobs everywhere. And I mean everywhere. We killed so many mobs. It was a disaster looking for this obsidian. I mean, I could not figure out. There were multiple times where I almost died. I thought I was going to die quite a few times. We did find some diamonds, though. We expand our diamond collection. We end up close to in the 50s by the end of this diamond run. And it puts us in a very good position for the future. Again, I'm still ignoring iron, which in post-edit right now is an idiot move. I totally should have grabbed way more iron. I thought I was going to be able to get fortune and I was going to be, you know, good to go. But we get our first piece of obsidian right here, if I can deal with this guy, which I am able to. The silly guy fell in lava, but we get our first piece broken. Craft ourselves a diamond sword as our iron sword is about to break because we've got more mobs to fight, as you would know. Again, now we've got a diamond sword. If you know how to remove this, please let me know. It's from my shaders. Yeah, anyone that's expert, well-versed in that type of stuff, that would be great. But anyways, we found more diamonds here. Got us up to 4 more, excuse me, on this run here. 5 more, I'm so sorry. I obviously am just now rewatching this back. But more mobs and more diamonds. And that's just kind of a trend for this mine visit. Mobs, diamonds, mobs, diamonds. But it was worth it in the end. We got another 5 vein there. 13 so far on the trip. And would you look at that? Another set of diamonds. Again, I need to get more iron. I'm going to do that in a future video, collecting a bunch of that. But we did end up finding the big lava pool around the area. So we were able to get our lava flow going. And, of course, with our water, so we could get our obsidian. I collected way more obsidian than I needed because I wanted to build a bigger than normal obsidian pool or not obsidian pool, nether portal. So that took me a little bit longer than I had originally planned, but it all worked out in the end. We got everything we needed and it is going to look very good given what I'm planning to do with it. I'm planning to build a big storage room just in case I don't talk about any other point in this video. I'm building this big storage room and the nether portal is going to be like kind of serving as the entrance to this area. But we ended up with, I think, close to 20 at this point pieces of obsidian. And by the time we finished that, I was being swarmed by mobs again, and it was time to go. It was time for me to leave this cave. So we made our way back up to the surface. But of course, we had to grab some more diamonds we found along the way, and a little bit of lapis as well, which will help us with some enchanting as we move forward in these videos, and especially in this series as we try to get fortune and silk touch and protection and unbreaking and mending as well. There it is. Found my base. So it's close to X100, and it's about Z1 minus 850. Just in the nick of time too, because I just ran out of food. And I can start a carrot farm. Let's go! All right, that should be a good start for us there. We can push this back at least one block so we can come back here and keep building. And boom. Whoa. I don't think that's supposed to happen. How do I reset? How do I... Oh. Okay. That's not good. Anyways. Look how different that looks. Look how different it all looks. Anyways. I had to hit record, and I did a little bit of exploring. And I came across this in the middle of a rainy night. It's only been a few hours. Not few hours. A few in-game minutes since we last saw each other. I'm going to get rid of some of these things that I don't need. Try to get as much of that as I can. Do I need a gold mending shovel? No. Do I need lodestone? I'll happily take lodestone. I'm going to get rid of 3 stone. I can always come back for it, but hey. We got some opportunities here. I did take the gold block already, as you can see. What if I just... That's going to be too much, yeah. Okay, whoops. Do I have my boat? Did I bring a boat? I don't remember. I did this last night, after I said I was going to stop playing. Oh well. We're heading back to base camp. Another skeleton right there. We're going to go all the way around. I don't want to deal with these efforts. Another portal, just in case I didn't show it. I did terraform this area. I think it looks nice right here. Maybe bring up... I do need to get my enchanting set up soon. And I fell out of my bed and got right back in. Nice. Alright. Thank you, rain, for stopping. That was really loud. I do need to turn down that rain sound. There's weather. I don't need to hear the rain to know it's raining. Lots of skeletons dying. Alright, so what we want to do... I'm going to come back over here first. Do I have a chest over here? No, I don't. Don't have any stone either. Darn. I don't even have a axe on. Take this as well. Probably brought a chest or something up. Oh well. Alright. So, we're going to go across this way. This guy's coming off. Torches. Nice. And I left my axe. Go like boom boom to look like support, and then we'll go boom and boom. I don't know how I like that, but we'll figure it out. We're gonna go and then actually I need to go get my axe. I also need to build a chest over here so I can store stuff. I mean, I do need to feed these guys again. Getting so loud. All right. Okay. What am I doing? I'll take this with me. Add some texture. Do need to figure out what I'm going to do here in this area. Do I bring... Might remove these. Go. Or I'm going to put another pillar right here. Put a window here. Not really. I feel like it's like, how do I want to do this? Do I want to go like something like that? No. I need to bring them out one. Can't figure out how to get these windows. Should I bring this door off center and go? I think that's what I'll do. This will be the doorway. Or actually, this one will. Now we have a little bit more room to work with here. We are going to go, so if I were to go, vaguely speaking, boom, boom. I think that looks good. Bring you out there as well. So I like the front look here. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do something with this without it just... It's that wall right here. Do I just say screw it and make these flush instead of an indented wall? Do I make the front wall indented and the rest of it? I think that might be what I do. This is going to be annoying, but it's fine. Just making sure. But yeah, I'm not sure how I'm going to go about this just yet. I mean, if I use... Does that look better? How does it look from the inside? See, it looks so off. Should be like... And so I turned this into a small time lapse. It's really just me chopping and changing everything here. I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. I wanted to put the door here initially. I ended up changing it, and you'll see it here later in the video. But I just wanted you guys to kind of see what was going through my mind, how I was approaching this build, what I was looking to do with some of the creation, and I really struggled with this. I didn't want the built door in the corner. Nothing really was lining up for me. So I did keep chopping and changing, though. You'll see here shortly. Unless we make like a different part of the house the front, that could be the trick. Let me see how we would do it over here. So let's go spruce trap door and pillars. And so wouldn't you know, of course I had to chop everything down again to expand the building to fit these very specific parameters so I could fit this 3 space hole into my build. It was very, very tedious, some of the things I did to make this build work. I really didn't practice or try to do anything with this build prior to building it, and I regret it because I ended up tearing like a bunch of the wall down. It was kind of a disaster, to put it lightly. I ended up, as you can see, moving the cobblestone wall in one time. Ended up doing a whole lot of different things here with this build. I had to remove everything in one block after moving stuff outside a certain number of blocks, and it became really, really complicated for me when looking to build this type of stuff. So you can see I just kept messing with it. I did my math wrong at one point, and so trying to get everything 3 blocks away, trying to make sure it was all the right size. I ended up messing something up along the way and had to go to sleep once again, fight off a few mobs, and I just kept getting the numbers wrong, and it was very, very frustrating because I ended up having to change things around so much during this build. Maybe I should start building. Let me know what you guys do, actually. Do you guys build prior to your prior to building something in your world, do you build it in creative before? I'd be really interested to know how you guys approach it. I always just kind of freehand things, figure out what works in survival, because I think I can do anything I want in creative, and that just puts me an unrealistic number of blocks. So it is a bit awkward, but let me know all of your thoughts in the comment section down below on how you approach building different things. Also, if you're watching this far into the comment section, type banana in the comment section down below so I know you're still watching. I'll leave give your comment a like when I see it. But yeah, I hope you're enjoying this video. If you are, go ahead and hit that like button too and subscribe. It helps me out, means a ton as I look to start this new journey creating new content. But we are about to go back into a live segment here now. 60 sand should be plenty of sand. So we're going to work our way back over to the smelter. Hopefully have a good bit of stone to get us started on this build and go from there. I think this will end up really, really nice once I get it done. Once I get a freaking path started over. I think I'll bring the pathing. I'm just going to use this for the time being. Bring the pathing here. Then it'll work its way over here. And then down. And then we'll have it go down this way. Something like that. So it kind of like loops here and then it comes down and there's like a terraformed wall around this structure. So then it comes here. So I hope that makes sense. Either way, we'll see. See how it turns out. Maybe I just hate it like I have every other build. Once we got the sizing of everything right, it was time to start putting in the walls, figuring out how we were going to make that work in a very efficient manner. So you can see here us placing some walls and different things, trying to get a pattern that looks good as we build. So this is just kind of a time lapse of that, me placing, my door, sorting out what the walls are going to look like. It's a very good stone brick build concept. Again, we were trying to figure out what we were going to do with these walls. How are we going to get it to fit? I couldn't quite figure it out at first, but you'll see here shortly what I went with. Not a fan of how this is turning out. The only way is if I move this wall in one, but that would be a disaster. I would have to go like, unless I were to just like double on this entry corner, go like that. It doesn't look awful, One second. So here's a question. Do I want to go glass? Do I want to go fence? I'm not sure. I may leave that up to y'all. But I do think the front of this has turned out pretty well. Need to add a trapdoor here. So yeah, that's how that turned out. Would I like it more or less if I did this? Oh, not that. That just feels like a bit too much, actually. First instinct is that's a bit too much. Yeah, it's just a bit too out. Takes away, I think, from the kind of protruding edges and support that I was going for. So that looks good though. We'll keep that one closed. Same with this one. Must say, this is turning out much nicer than I'd originally thought it was going to turn out. So I am pretty happy with this. I will finish up the walls and I'll be back here shortly. So we continued our stone and stone brick path, removing the cobblestone kind of line parameters that we built out early on, adding that stone and stone brick pattern. We went with fences to begin with, but I think we're going to stick with glass panes moving forward in this build. Need 2 more pieces. All right. Once we get this last piece placed, we will be done. I think I'm going to go with the glass. I know the fences look good on the exterior, but I do think they kind of hold the building back on the interior. But this is what the front of the house looks like. I did go the double oak just so I could fit the windows in a little bit better. I didn't do it on this side. I may do it on this side, actually. Is that going to look good? No, because it's not going to mathematically work. But this is what the interior looks like. So to finish up our roof, we went with a deep slate brick kind of outline of the roof. Yeah, outline, that's what we went with, a deep slate brick. From there, we went with spruce wood stairs around the edge. You can see here we added some lanterns as well. But deep slate, or the spruce wood all the way around through the rest of the build looked really good with the remainder of the house. Kind of really, you know, fixes in that spruce logs, but also brings in the cobble and stone, or stone and stone brick look. Welcome back to the end of this video. We're going to be making our farms. So I've cleared out some space over here. You can see the grass is still growing. I did this all off camera. Almost destroyed my shovel. But let's get into it with a water bucket. You can hear my cat going crazy. I'm sorry about that. I'm going to go ahead and build an infinite water source over here, just to give us some space to do everything we want to do. Do I have any dirt? I'm going to fill that one hole in. Whatever. I'm gonna go ahead and break some of these blocks, clear this out. Yeah, look, who would have thought you get some extra terraforming in from me? Might have to cover this area at some point, because I don't want that there. Go ahead and get my bucket filled though. All right, anyways, without further ado, how do I want this to look? Where do I want to line this up at? How wide do I want it all? Okay. So if I were to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 5. So what we'll do is go like that. It's 5 by 5 area. Whoops. Gonna go ahead and eat so I don't keep dealing with it. And then we'll come back. So we'll go 2, 2. We'll go like that. Then we'll do another. So I think we'll do like 3 of these. Four, 5. So that's about 30 planted. Do have a ton of seeds when we do it here. We're gonna do it the same way. I think I'm gonna leave a 1 block gap. So 1, 2, and then 3. That way we can like walk along it. So I'm thinking like, should we go like fence through here? Maybe not walk along it, but like fencing. I'm gonna do this and go 1, 2, 3. Alright, so we've got all our water holes for these 2 plants. And if we want to add 1 more, we can. I'm thinking of going like watermelon across the bottom of it. Where if this is vertical, that's horizontal. So we got 1, 2, and then fence. And then we'll go and prep the potato farm, but not have one start yet. And now an aerial shot of one last time lapse for the video of me planting up my seeds for this farm. I'm gonna get the potatoes next episode, finish up the fencing as well. So as we look to call it on the first episode, I'm just gonna go and do a recap here of what everything we've done. So we have our farms here. They're gonna be stripped up next episode. They may not even be here by the time you see it next episode. I may do some off video stuff. Got some good diamond amount. Went mining a little bit. Picked up a few ominous bottles. One bad omen 5, which is going to be really good for our villager trading once we get to that point. I will look to build a village, like a pillager, bad omen / raid farm in the future. We have started this guy. I do need to relight it at some point. Started clearing this out. This will be cleared out by next episode, or as part of next episode. Maybe we'll do a quick speed run viewing of it getting cleared out. And then the house, which I still think there's going to be some improvements to, but I'm overall pretty happy with how this turned out. I could see me adding a little bit of glass there, or some fencing. Some fencing might look really good there. Let me also just make sure that it is centered on itself. Yeah, so the andesite in the middle is perfect, exactly what I wanted to do. And then we've got our entrance our area over here. I don't know, maybe I'll put a second door here. Maybe I'll put one here. It just makes the bedroom area a little bit weird. By next episode, I will have everything I need for the interior. I'm going to clear up some of that space. Maybe I'll just make a roof over this, and we'll just put torches in this area so that it doesn't look clear. You know, kind of like an attic. Maybe we'll add a ladder somewhere and we'll have like an attic area. It's just coming to me. I'm doing an attic. Okay. But without further ado, the final project we worked on, just as a reminder, anyone who didn't see, chest again, just a bunch of junk. I will need to organize this stuff once I get the storage room. And then it looks like we've already got some crops growing in. Nothing obviously finished yet, but a good place to begin. And then over here we'll have our furnaces, potatoes. Here we've got our fences. We will finish all the fencing as well off camera once I get some spruce trees grown. But anyways, without further ado, that's it for me on the first video. If you enjoyed this, please leave a like, hit that subscribe button, helps me out a ton, and I will see you guys soon.